Oh, no. Awesome.
Episode 7.
7.
Episode 7.
Charvel Artist Series. What do you got there?
We got some cool stuff here. This is a San Dimas Warren DiMartini model. So this is USA custom shop level instrument here.
Yep. This one's made in Mexico. This is the Satchel from Steel Panther fame.
Yeah.
Cool guy. Yeah, this is cool. This is. I don't know if you can get more 80s in this.
You can't. Between the two of these guitars, it's about as 80s as it gets. They're both very similar guitars, but yet there's a lot of differences too. So
100%, yeah.
You want me to get started with this guy?
Go for it.
All right. So, like I said, this is the Warren DiMartini. This is, made in USA. It's custom shop level instrument here from Charvel. We have an older body. We have a maple neck and a maple fretboard. It's quarter sawn. We have a Seymour Duncan Warren DiMartini signature humbucker. We have one volume. We have a genuine Floyd Rose here. We don't have the bar on this one today.
I can lend you one.
We have a locking system here. Just a killer 80s reminiscent model guitar. And he had back in the 80s, if you don't know who Warren DiMartini is, he's a guitar player, namely from the band Rat, back from the 80s.
Who, incidentally, is an unbelievable guitar player.
Yeah, he's a great guitar player. I love
Warren DiMartini's playing. Always did.
Super melodic, super tasteful, right?
And also rough and raw at the same time.
Yes.
Came from that, I don't know if he knows scales,
it's
but everything's in key.
Just wing it and go.
And it's always, cool.
It's all from the
perfect.
heart. It's from the heart.
100%. He's got that connection.
Right.
He's not thinking when he plays.
Right.
He just plays and it sounds cool.
Right. Now, the 80s were known for a lot of graphics on the guitars, and I think he was probably one of the guys that spearheaded that whole thing because he had a number of different guitars with iconic paint jobs, snakeskin, and all kinds of crazy stuff. The skull and crossbones, right?
Yeah.
This one and a couple of others. This is one of the coolest ones to me. I always like this one. Reminds me of that time period. The neck is phenomenal on this guitar. It's phenomenal. It's just super, super smooth. Obviously, it's unfinished, right? But just the neck dimension. You got jumbo frets, 22 jumbo frets. It's a 12 to 16 compound radius, so it's rounder up here. Starts flattening out at the 12th fret to a 16. Mm-hmm. To me, it still feels flat the whole way. To me, to me, I like. Well, you could see here it's a little bit flatter, but I like high radiuses. 16, 17.
Oh yeah, me too. For sure.
I prefer that.
And if I'm gonna have a lower radius, I'd prefer it to be down here.
Exactly.
Right? So it works well.
And what that does is it enables you to prevent fretting out.
Yep.
Right? Yep, if you had a 9 radius neck, you'd be fretting out big time, right?
It kind of bows
up.
You
get
a
whole step
there.
Up there, and you kind of lost. Regular shallow tuners here, nothing crazy going on there because you have the locking nut, and like I said, just a really, really killer guitar. It sounds great too. Now, one thing I noticed in some of the other episodes, we talked about placement of volume knob and how critical and key important that is.
How you feel about that?
This one is in my way.
It's in your way.
So if it's in my way, you're probably going to not dig this.
I'm curious because when I look at that, it doesn't look nearly as in the way as some of the other guitars that we've looked at. Some of them, the volume knob is literally kissing the pickup, and that really screws me up. And this is similar placement, right? I mean, if I'm looking at it, that placement looks very similar.
No, this one's kind of directly under the
humbucker. I see what you're saying. So you're not talking about distance from the pickup.
Yeah, this one is kind of right there.
I got you. All right, now yeah, totally. I'm seeing what you're looking at. I thought you were talking about distance from the pickup. You're talking about in relation to the pickup.
Right. Well, distance too. I mean, if it was further,
then it wouldn't be in the way.
It wouldn't be in the way.
Nice.
All day long, I'd love to play that.
Yeah.
What do you got?
This is a Satchel. Satchel from Steel Panther fame.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is as 80s, I mentioned that earlier, as you would expect from Satchel, right? It's got his little signature on the back there.
Oh, yeah, this has Warren's signature on this guy, too.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, these Fishman pickups need a battery, as we noticed earlier.
So what's the deal with that? Fishman pickups. They're not regular magnetic pickups?
Right. So, yeah, they're battery operated. They have a couple different voices. You could actually, there's a push-pull and a volume, so...
one's a man's voice and
one's a man's
and one's a boy's voice.
And then we could pull it and you get that very different sound. I like that one better.
Which one is that? Is that the more aggressive?
Yeah,
or is that the...
100%. Yeah, it's definitely more aggressive.
That's the man.
Yep, that's the man. Oh, man. So, anyway, I dig that. So, yeah, this Fishman, very similar. We were just talking about all the bodies, right? Same deal. Same compound neck radius. Floyd. This is the 1000, so it's a decent Floyd.
Okay. Is there a difference?
Yeah, I don't know what that one is, to be quite honest.
This just says Floyd Rose.
Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, it does its job, right? Mm-hmm. They feel good. I always like the feel of a Floyd. Mm-hmm. That's just because that's what I'm used to. But yeah, it stays in tune really, really nice. And you would think for a guy like Satchel, who's dive bombing all day long, this would be quite necessary to have a guitar that can maintain that. He's a cool guy. Just incidentally, I know I'm always telling he's going off on tangents on stories, but I have a cool story. As you know, years ago I played in a Van Halen tribute band. Mm-hmm. The guys from Steel Panther were the guys from the Atomic Punks, who were a Van Halen tribute band in California. So I knew that, and before they were Steel Panther, they were Metal Shop or Metal School was the name of the band. Right. And they came to Long Island. So we're from Long Island, if you haven't detected that by our accents. Long Island. We like our coffee.
Coffee. Wait, hold on. It's coffee time.
I almost forgot. Yeah, cheers. So anyway, they came out to Long Island. And they came, and my band, my Van Halen band, opened up for Metal Shop. So they came down early because they heard that a Van Halen tribute band was playing, and they were interested, and they watched us. Hung out with them afterward the show. They're really cool guys. And then about 6 months later, they came back, so I went to go see them, and then in the middle of the set, they called me up on stage, and I got to play Ain't Talking About Love with those guys, which was really cool, except we talk about how I'm very uncomfortable on equipment that I'm not used to, and I couldn't have been more uncomfortable in that scenario.
Oh my God!
He didn't have this guitar out yet.
Right.
He wasn't Satchel. He was getting up to the level of fame he's at now. But he had a cool guitar. It was like very 80s, probably a Jackson or something. He had a 5150, the most dry sound you can imagine. Okay. There was like nothing on this thing, but it had a lot of gain. But I just felt so awkwardly uncomfortable, so I ended up muddling through and getting through the set. But it was just a cool story. He's a cool guy. The whole band were cool. I have video of it. But anyway, so
I remember a quick story about that band as well. Early 2000s, I'm playing a local gig around town, and they were the headliner. And a band I was in actually, got to open for.
Oh, is that right?
Early 2000s, and I remember watching them, and I was just floored by how precise that band was and how they integrate comedy.
Yeah. They were hilarious.
The whole thing,
great
but it's so rehearsed.
Yeah,
but not in a bad way.
No, it's great. It's a show.
It's a show, but they just got it down. They're really, really good. If you haven't seen them, check them out. They're awesome.
So then, fast forward to very recently, last summer, I was at a guitar convention in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
And
they had this guitar, and they had his new pedal, which it is a rated G show. I can't really say the name of the pedal.
Okay.
So, anyway, they had it, and they had the guitar there, and I was playing on it. It was like a booth set up. Anyone can check it out and try it. So I'm playing, not realizing one of the guys from Steel Panther, like their marketing guy, is actually recording me with their phone. Next thing I know,
he's got the VCR.
He's got the VCR. He's got it on his shoulder, and then he's like this. Exactly. Betamax.
Right. Fred behind him with the mic.
Yeah. The
boom stand.
So anyway, now we're driving home from Brooklyn, and all of a sudden my friend's son, Mikey, who actually instrumental in getting these guitars for us today, was in the backseat. He's like, "Hey Craig, you're on Instagram." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "They've recorded you. There's like 40,000 views." I'm like, "What?" He's
They
playing
taped
it
you
for me.
on
He
4-track.
taped me. So,
4-track
I'm
cassette.
like, oh God, no! They didn't tape that, did they? So anyway, it was all over Facebook, all over Instagram, and things went like viral. It was mortifying. But anyway, so I have all these connections to Steel Panther in some way, shape, or form. So this is a cool guitar for me. It's probably, you know, what my style of guitar really is, right?
Right.
We're like kind of byproducts of the 80's here.
Absolutely. If you couldn't tell already.
Yeah, but yeah, I like it. It's cool. I want you to try it and tell me what you think.
Let me see that thing.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see what you got.
So first impression is the neck is a little bit different.
Yep.
It's a little thicker.
Mm-hmm. Which always surprises me with shreddy players, that they have thicker necks. I'm always associate, you know, but every once in a while you pick one up and you're
this
like,
definitely has more meat on it than that neck.
Yep, definitely. I'll go out on a limb and say you like that.
It's cool.
You like it?
It's really cool.
Comfortable guitar,
It
right?
is comfortable. You know, switching from that to this, it felt a little awkward to me.
It always does.
But taking this out of my mind and just, you know, if I pick this one up, it's great. Let's hear the voices. I like this one. Pushed position.
Yeah, me too. One more body.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great guitar. And this is a production model, right? So this is like a custom shop.
Yeah, this is San Dimas.
San Dimas.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And, you know, they're similar. I mean,
This is like a, I think in like that $1,200-$1,400 range, where this is more in that $2,400-$2,500.
first time I've ever played the Fishing Pickup.
What are you thinking?
Pretty cool. Different.
Yeah.
It's a great guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a big difference between this guitar and that guitar other than the neck dimension.
Yeah.
And it's slight. This one just has a little bit more meat on the top part of the neck. And maybe that's Satchel's preference, I assume.
Yeah.
That one's a little thinner, but I mean, they sound even similar. I mean, these are, you know, the Fishman Fluence pickups.
Mm-hmm.
And these are Fluence Classics, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the
And this
DiMartini.
is the DiMartini custom. Cool. Let's check this thing
Yeah.
out.
What do you think of that thing?
I'm reaching for a pickup selector, but guess what?
Right.
There is none.
You'd be screwed.
I'd be screwed. So, no, it's very, very comfortable. I actually really, really dig it. I would miss the neck pickup because we talk about how much I like to flip up to the neck pickup and it's not there. So
How about the volume knob placement? How it was
it's
in my
not
way?
bothering
It's
me.
not bothering
It
you?
really isn't.
Because you anchor,
It's,
right?
yeah, I anchor, so it's far enough away
Mhm.
where it's not becoming an issue. If I fanned out, it's a little high, so I'd probably smack it and that wouldn't be good.
So normally we say a verdict, right? And it's not really comparing apples to apples because one's sort of a custom shop and one's not. But if money wasn't the objective and you could only choose one, which one you would choose? This one?
I would, yeah. And there's 2 reasons for that.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm going to tell you why. And they might be petty to some, but truss rod adjustment over there, this one does not have that.
Really?
Actually, you know what? I don't know.
Well, there's no. Let me see.
So there's.
Oh, you got to take the neck off.
Yeah, take the neck off.
Interesting.
So that would irritate.
I wonder if that's
trying
trying to be true to the original versions.
It could very well be.
Okay.
And the fact that there's no pickup in the neck position would be enough for me to not want to buy it. But I love the guitar. It plays. I think I do like the neck better than that guitar.
Right.
But I think that is more versatile for what I would need out of a guitar. But that's not to say that guitar is. I mean, obviously, this is a custom shop, high-end guitar. It just, for me, it's lacking a couple of features that I would prefer to have.
Right,
but other than that, it plays awesome and it sounds awesome. And the one thing I like about this is I don't like having active pickups just because I don't want to get into that situation. We've all been there, you know. Oh, God, I need a battery.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it with this one. So, there are things about this I like better. But, overall, I would say that's the winner for me.
So if I had to choose, I would be choosing that one.
Okay.
I don't switch my pickups nearly as much as you do. Maybe like 1% of the amount of time you do. I really don't.
Yeah. Sure.
I just, for whatever reason, I stick to a sound and I forget that it's there.
Got it.
The toggle switch. So, the multiple pickups doesn't really bother me. Similar layout, so you got the Floyd. I do like the placement of this volume knob better than that one.
Yeah.
But this neck is like special.
It really does feel
That
nice.
neck is phenomenal. The dimension, and they're both great. Like, this is a nice neck, but this neck is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really, really great.
Yeah, it is nice.
Neck carve
it feels
on that.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one for some reason feels a little unbalanced to me. It feels a little top heavy.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know why.
Interesting.
Right? Maybe it's just that little bit of extra chunk on the neck.
Definitely doesn't have that feel at all. This is very balanced for sure.
I wonder, maybe it's the second pickup plus. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Every guitar is a little bit different, but they're made of the same material. They sound similar. Even though that's a magnetic pickup. Personally, I like that sound better. I like that pickup.
Yeah, me too.
Pickup better than these. These are cool. They're interesting. I agree with you with the the active pickups. It's kind of a pain.
Sure.
Active pickups generally, to me, can sound a little sterile or a little lifeless. I think they're much better today than maybe they were years ago. These ones really don't sound sterile to me, but for some reason that's more appealing to my ear. Maybe I'm just trained over the years with regular magnetic pickups.
Yes, it's possible. So me, I tend to, no matter what guitar I get, I'll pull things out and I'll make them customized to my liking. For me, that would probably be one of the things I would consider doing is swapping out those pickups and magnetics. But other than that...
But isn't that one of the reasons why you would buy this in the first place, right? So, other than the paint job. And it's a cool paint. I mean,
it is.
It feels cool. It's like a matte
bangle.
finish.
Yeah, it's like a bangle.
Really cool paint job that they have going on.
It's nice. No, I mean, look, there's a lot of other cool features. I wouldn't just buy it for that. I mean, there's, just in general, it's got everything. It's got the Floyd. It's got the cool truss rod adjustment. So there's other reasons why I'd purchase a guitar other than just because of those pickups. So, I'd buy that.
2 great guitars, right?
Yeah. I'd buy them both.
Cool.
You got $5,000 I could borrow?
No.
Well, there you have it. So, we're split on this. I'm going Satchel. Joe's going DiMartini. Guys, subscribe. All right? We'll catch you next time.
See you next time. Take care.
See you.